In 1 Kings chapter 11, the story takes a serious turn. After reaching the height of wisdom, wealth, and influence, King Solomon begins to drift away from the Lord in Jerusalem. What starts as political alliances through marriage slowly becomes a spiritual downfall that affects the entire kingdom. Solomon loves many foreign women, including the daughter of Pharaoh and women from nations such as Moab, Ammon, Edom, Sidon, and the Hittites. These were nations the Lord had warned Israel about, saying they would turn hearts away to follow other gods. Yet Solomon takes 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and over time they begin to influence him. As Solomon grows older, his wives turn his heart toward other gods. His devotion is no longer fully with the Lord. Solomon follows Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and Molech, the detestable god of the Ammonites. On the hills east of Jerusalem, he builds high places for Chemosh, the god of Moab, and for Molech, allowing worship practices that go against everything the Lord had commanded. Because of this, the Lord becomes angry with Solomon. God had appeared to him twice and had clearly commanded him not to follow other gods. Yet Solomon did not keep this command. The Lord tells Solomon that the kingdom will be torn from him and given to one of his servants. However, for the sake of David, this will not happen during Solomon's lifetime. Instead, it will occur in the days of his son. Even then, the Lord will not take away the entire kingdom, but will leave one tribe for David's sake and for the sake of Jerusalem, the city he has chosen. As a result of Solomon's disobedience, adversaries begin to rise against him. One of them is Hadad the Edomite, who had fled to Egypt as a child when Joab had destroyed Edom. Hadad grows up in Pharaoh's household and later returns to trouble Israel. Another adversary is Rezon, son of Eliada, who becomes ruler in Damascus. He leads raids against Israel and opposes Solomon throughout his reign, bringing unrest to the kingdom. The most significant figure introduced in this chapter is Jeroboam, son of Nebat, an official in Solomon's service from the tribe of Ephraim. Jeroboam is a capable and hard-working leader, and Solomon places him in charge of labor from the house of Joseph. One day, as Jeroboam leaves Jerusalem, he meets the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite on the road. Ahijah is wearing a new cloak, and in a symbolic act he tears the cloak into 12 pieces. He gives 10 pieces to Jeroboam and tells him that the Lord is going to tear the kingdom out of Solomon's hand and give 10 tribes to him. Ahijah explains that this division will happen because Solomon has turned away from the Lord and worshipped other gods. However, one tribe will remain under the rule of David's family, so that David's line will continue in Jerusalem. Jeroboam is told that if he walks in the ways of the Lord and keeps his commands, God will establish him just as he did with David. But the prophecy also reveals that the kingdom of Israel will soon be divided. When Solomon hears about Jeroboam, he seeks to kill him. But Jeroboam flees to Egypt, where he remains under the protection of Shishak, king of Egypt, until Solomon's death. The chapter concludes by noting that Solomon reigns in Jerusalem for 40 years. When he dies, he is buried in the city of David, and his son Rehoboam becomes king in his place. This chapter marks a turning point in Israel's history. The same king who built the temple and was known for wisdom has now allowed his heart to be led away. It serves as a powerful reminder that success and blessing mean little without continued faithfulness to the Lord. Next comes 1 Kings chapter 12, where the kingdom of Israel is divided under Rehoboam, and Jeroboam becomes king over the northern tribes.